What's the difference between the Taliban and the Twitter Trust and Safety Team? One is a group of control freaks with poor hygiene hell-bent on terrorizing anyone who disagrees with their ideology. The other is the Taliban. I'm not on Twitter. I've been locked out of my account since 2019 because I refused to take down a tweet that the morons on the Trust and Safety Team said contained footage of graphic violence, even though it didn't contain any graphic violence whatsoever. In reality, they simply disagreed with something I said, but I hadn't violated any rules, so they did what the Trust and Safety Teams always do. They made something up. And when a bunch of losers sitting in their safe spaces are given complete control over what people are allowed to say, making something up is all they need to do. So now I get my news about Twitter from other people. Yesterday, the apostate prophet posted this. I was banned from Twitter for protesting religious persecution, but I'm happy that at least the Taliban is allowed to have a Twitter account. Notice that he posted this on YouTube because he's been permanently banned from Twitter. Why was he banned from Twitter? Because he's an apostate from Islam who protested Islam's death penalty for apostasy. That was too much for the Twitter Trust and Safety Team. But the Taliban, as AP notes, is on Twitter. In fact, Taliban officials have multiple Twitter accounts where they post details of their latest attacks. Also yesterday, I saw a video clip featuring Congressman Dan Crenshaw, who's a retired Navy SEAL. Congressman Crenshaw only has one eye because the Taliban bombed his face. He also pointed out Twitter's hypocrisy in banning Americans for being on the wrong side of just about any issue while allowing the Taliban to post freely. He tweeted, "Hey, Jack Dorsey, why does the Taliban get an account? You see why Americans are pissed about your BS standards?" As I mentioned, the Taliban actually has multiple accounts and two spokesmen. One account is the official Twitter account of the spokesman of Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, Zabihullah Mujahid. Notice this guy has over 300,000 followers. Mr. Mujahid has been a spokesman for the Taliban since 2007. He's the guy who claims responsibility when the Taliban launches a terrorist attack. Here's the page of the other Taliban spokesman, Qari Yusuf Ahmadi's official Twitter account, the spokesman of Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. He doesn't have as many followers as Mr. Mujahid because he hasn't been posting on Twitter as long, but give him time. Jihadis of the world want regular updates on how the infidels are being slaughtered in the name of Allah, so these Taliban spokesmen are going to become more and more popular. So, why ban our content for being on the wrong side of basically any issue while allowing terrorists to post freely on the platform? I think there are two reasons. First, Twitter and the Taliban have common enemies, and as the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The Twitter Trust and Safety Team hates someone like the apostate prophet because he criticizes the violent commands of Muhammad. The Taliban hates the apostate prophet for the exact same reason. So Twitter and the Taliban are actually on the same side against certain people that they hate. They punish the people in different ways. Twitter bans people while the Taliban beheads them, but they agree that certain people must be punished for their speech. Second, Twitter and the Taliban have similar personality types. When it comes to disagreements, there are basically three kinds of people. One, there are people who don't really care what other people believe. They don't want to argue. They say, look, whatever you believe, that's up to you. I really don't care. Let's talk about something else. Two, there are people who do care what other people believe. If they disagree with someone, they want to show that they're right and the other person is wrong, but they do this by offering their reasons for what they believe. They say, oh, you think I'm wrong? Well, let me give you my evidence for why I'm right. After they've presented their reasons, if you still disagree with them, they might think that you're stubborn or something, but beyond that, they're done. They say, look, I've given you the evidence. If you don't see it, that's on you. 3, there are people who can't stand the thought of anyone disagreeing with them and who believe that anyone who disagrees with them must be destroyed. They say, "What? You think I'm wrong? Well, then I have to punish you for your blasphemy. I have to ban you or harass you or get you fired or get you canceled or ruin your life or execute you. But under no circumstances am I going to allow you to freely disagree with me. I'm just not. You racist, you bigot, you infidel." Notice that the Taliban and the Twitter Trust and Safety Team both have that third personality type. You have to agree with them or else. Different blasphemy laws and different punishments for blasphemy, but they have the exact same mentality. So that's my theory about why Twitter allows terrorists to tweet, but bans critics of terrorism. If you have any other thoughts on this, please share them in the comments section. And if you'd like more on how companies like Twitter have gained unprecedented control over what people are allowed to say, check out my video, How Big Tech Became Big Brother, while you're still allowed to see it.
It just backfired on you. It just backfired on you. This is a part of a religion. There's a reason to it. Yeah?